As we marvel at the intricate mechanisms of the human body, have you ever paused to wonder what happens to our physical form when we're gone? The human body is a testament to millions of years of evolution, a complex and finely tuned machine that enables us to experience the world around us. But what happens to this remarkable creation when life ceases to flicker within it? Join us as we embark on a journey into the realm of death and decay, uncovering the astonishing transformations that await our bodies after our souls have departed. But before we continue, if you appreciate the intriguing topics we cover and the research that goes into each video, please show your support. Your support will help us continue to bring you captivating content that explores the deepest mysteries of the universe. Part 1. A world without people. First, let's envision a scenario straight out of a science fiction movie. One moment, bustling cities are teeming with life, and the next, all traces of humanity have vanished. Astonishingly, the United States would only remain habitable for roughly 100 years after the disappearance of humans. Natural processes would start to reclaim the land, causing substantial alterations to the environment. Within 10 years, most structures would either collapse or be consumed by vegetation. As nature asserts its dominance, these scenes depict a world where untamed nature has reclaimed the urban jungle. Skyscrapers are swallowed by overgrown vines, cars are left to rust amidst dense foliage, and remnants of human civilization are blurred by the relentless march of nature. The eerie silence of deserted streets is broken only by the rustling of leaves and the chirping of birds, creating a haunting melody of abandonment. Part 2. The first 24 hours. When the spark of life departs, the body embarks on a series of profound transformations. Within seconds, the heartbeat falters, then stops. Minutes turn into hours, and the body's temperature begins a gradual decline until it mirrors the coolness of the surroundings. After approximately 2 hours, the heart's rhythmic pulse weakens and eventually ceases. At the 4-hour mark, the lungs, deprived of the vital essence of life, exhale their final breath. Within 6 hours, the body's core temperature drops significantly. By 12 hours, the onset of rigor mortis is apparent with muscles stiffening and the limbs becoming rigid. Part 3. Days to 2-7. In the second and third day after death, the internal processes of the body undergo significant changes. Bacteria, which normally reside harmlessly within our bodies, now multiply rapidly, utilizing the available nutrients. This growth is so prolific that by the third day post-mortem, their numbers can reach a staggering 10 trillion. These microorganisms produce gases such as methane and hydrogen sulfide, leading to bloating of the abdomen and a greenish discoloration of the skin. The stench of death intensifies, attracting scavenging animals and insects. By the 7th day, the body's decomposition accelerates with liquefaction of the internal organs and a noticeable thinning of the skin. Insects such as flies lay their eggs on the body, giving rise to maggots that further contribute to its decomposition. Part 4. Weeks to months. As the decomposition process progresses, it becomes more evident as the skin darkens and discolors. This stage marks the beginning of advanced decomposition. From this point, it's estimated that within a span of 2 to 3 months, a significant portion of the soft tissue is consumed by decomposers, leaving behind the skeletal remains. However, it's important to note that the rate of decomposition varies depending on factors such as the temperature, humidity, and exposure to sunlight. In areas with hot and humid climates, the soft tissue may decompose more rapidly, whereas in colder or drier regions, it may persist longer. Additionally, exposure to direct sunlight can accelerate decomposition due to the breakdown of tissues by ultraviolet radiation. Part 5. Hundreds to thousands of years. In the distant reaches of time, hundreds and thousands of years after the initial demise, the remnants of the body undergo further transformations. During this extended period, the skeletal remains are continuously exposed to the elements and natural processes. The bones are subjected to weathering, erosion, and the actions of burrowing animals and soil-dwelling organisms. Over centuries, these forces gradually wear down the bones, causing them to fragment and eventually dissolve into the surrounding environment. The rate of this process, however, varies considerably depending on factors such as the type of soil, climate, and the presence of microorganisms. In highly acidic or alkaline soils, the bones may decompose more rapidly. Additionally, areas with high levels of humidity and warmth can accelerate the breakdown process. On the other hand, dry and cold environments can slow down the decomposition of bones. Furthermore, the presence of microorganisms such as bacteria and fungi can significantly impact the rate of bone dissolution. These organisms produce enzymes and acids that aid in the breakdown of organic matter, including bone tissue. Part 6. The Silent Evolution of Cities. After the disappearance of humans, cities would undergo a profound transformation as nature gradually reclaims these concrete jungles. Within just a few years, the absence of maintenance and the untamed growth of vegetation would lead to the deterioration of buildings and infrastructure. The structural integrity of skyscrapers would be compromised, resulting in their eventual collapse. The robust steel frames would succumb to rust and corrosion, causing them to crumble like fallen giants. Walls would crack and crumble, revealing the skeletal remains of the once towering structures. Nature's relentless advance wouldn't spare any part of the cityscape. Parks and golf courses would quickly revert to their natural state, becoming dense forests. Gardens would become wild, overgrown areas, and agricultural fields would be reclaimed by weeds and shrubs. The absence of human intervention would allow native species to flourish, transforming the urban landscape into a patchwork of wilderness. Graveyards would also witness an eerie spectacle. Headstones and monuments would weather, their inscriptions gradually eroding away. Nature's persistent embrace would cause vines and trees to grow over the graves, blurring the line between the living and the dead. Part 7. The Unseen World of Decomposition. What exactly happens to the body during the decomposition process? Within hours of death, the body's temperature begins to cool, and within a day, rigor mortis sets in, causing the muscles to stiffen. This is followed by livorno mortis, which is the settling of blood in the lower parts of the body, resulting in a purplish-red discoloration. As the body progresses through the stages of decomposition, it attracts various decomposers such as insects and bacteria. These organisms break down the body's tissues, leading to bloating and the release of foul-smelling gases. During this stage, the body's organs liquefy and the skin may become discolored and shredded. The process of decomposition varies depending on environmental factors such as temperature, humidity, and exposure to sunlight. Part 8. A glimpse into the future. Imagine the Earth's surface devoid of human presence. Venturing into this unfamiliar terrain could feel like stepping onto a different planet. Nature would have taken over, blanketing the ground in lush vegetation. Walking barefoot across this landscape would be a novel experience. The feeling of soft, damp soil beneath your feet as you navigate through the undergrowth, encounter fallen logs and tree roots intertwining at your ankles. The absence of human-made structures would create a sense of openness, allowing you to gaze at the night sky unobscured by light pollution. Lying on the ground, you might notice tiny creatures like ants or worms inching along, showcasing the resilience of life even in the absence of humans. Part 9. The Final Embrace. As time marches on, the Earth's surface would bear witness to the final embrace of nature's relentless cycle. Mountains would stand as silent sentinels, their rugged peaks piercing the sky. Rivers would meander through verdant valleys, their waters reflecting the beauty of the surrounding flora. Creatures great and small would inhabit this renewed landscape, from majestic herds of animals to the smallest insects, all contributing to the intricate tapestry of life. Birds would soar overhead, their songs echoing through the trees. The air would buzz with the symphony of nature, a harmonious blend of buzzing insects and rustling leaves. Part 10. When people are gone. In a world without people, the Earth would continue to spin on its axis, oblivious to the absence of its former inhabitants. Seasons would change, painting the landscape with vibrant hues of autumn and winter. Stars would twinkle in the night sky, offering a celestial spectacle untouched by human gaze. The moon would wax and wane, casting its ethereal glow upon the Earth's surface. Time would march on, indifferent to the fate of humanity. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, would find a way to heal and rejuvenate the planet. Plants would flourish, animals would roam, and the Earth would breathe a sigh of relief, shedding the burden of human impact. As we conclude our exploration into the afterlife of the human body and the world without people, we are left with profound questions about our existence and our connection to the natural world. What happens to our physical form after our souls have departed? How does the Earth fare when it is no longer inhabited by humans? Through this journey, we have witnessed the awe-inspiring transformations that occur after death and the resilience of nature in the face of our disappearance. We've seen how our bodies break down, nourish the soil, and ultimately become one with the earth. We've also glimpsed a world reclaimed by nature where cities crumble, wildlife flourishes, and the planet heals. It is a sobering reminder of the fragility of our existence and the enduring power of the natural world. As we reflect on these profound insights, we encourage you to share your thoughts and experiences in the comments section below. What are your perspectives on the afterlife of the human body and the world without people? Let's engage in meaningful discussions that inspire curiosity and understanding. Together, let's continue to explore the mysteries of life, death, and the profound impact we have on the world around us.